A breaking report was just released today regarding the YSL Rico trial. It goes and reads, with the YSL Young Thug Rico trial still on break, expect Young Thug's lawyers to push for a mistrial this week. The prosecutors have provided little to zero evidence thus far, and it seems as if they need more time, as the Young Thug trial was delayed earlier this week after a report of Young Thug's Rico trial is now on recess until January 2nd, 2024, after his co-defendant Shannon Stillwell was targeted inside a jail, was posted all over social media. However, just a few hours later, sources would then confirm the January 2nd return date is no longer a confirmed return date, and we still have no idea when they will return to trial.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and tell you where we are. Remember yesterday we recessed because one of our participants has had a medical issue, and I was telling you about that. Well, unfortunately, that medical condition still exists, and given the length of time that we're going to have to probably address that, it might be just more prudent to recess you and give you an early recess instead of recessing you this Friday, as the court's plan was originally. I'm going to recess you for the holidays today. Okay, so I know you look very disappointed. I can tell from all of you 17 as a group. It's not that bad. Okay, so
with the chance of the trial being canceled, Young Thug will either be released on bond or have to sit in jail and wait another year minimum until the next YSL Rico trial. This made Lil Baby extremely angry. Lil Baby has been putting all of the blame for Young Thug's current problems onto Gunna. In Lil Baby's new song 350, he states the lyrics, "Ain't nobody say nothing about it, boy you know you're a rat." Now this has gone viral on social media, as Lil Baby has been sneak dissing Gunna ever since he snitched on Young Thug. However, it went so viral in this new track this week that Young Thug's father would hop on an interview today defending Gunna and telling Lil Baby to be quiet.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing at Gunna for his plea deal?
He need to shut the up, cause he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard. Ask Lil Baby, have you ever came to a court date?
Oh, okay.
See, that's what I want y'all to ask these damn rappers and these bloggers with this whole snitch shit and this. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name him? Go on their social media pages and say, why in the haven't you been at the courthouse to support your dude? And I guarantee you won't get an answer.
According to Young Thug's father, Gunna isn't actually the main reason why Young Thug is in the situations he's in, and that Gunna didn't actually snitch on Young Thug at all.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relationship. They got this thing saying that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
But see, let me try to help the attorney clarify that a little simpler.
Okay.
Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case. Period.
Young Thug's father would then even break down how his son, Young Thug, will be released and when. It all stems down to the jury members and the prosecutors that are going against him, as Young Thug's lawyers are currently pushing for a mistrial after it was reported this week a juror has been dismissed in the Young Thug YSL Rico trial and is being replaced with an alternate after being in the hospital over the weekend.
I'm in receipt of the admission form. And as of current, she is still in the hospital. Her anticipated release date potentially is this coming Wednesday. So, much as I like to wait till Wednesday, I'm going to probably have to go ahead and excuse her due to illness. So, does anybody wish to be heard about that issue?
Your Honor, before we do that, can I just figure out who 269 is?
All right, and I'll let you take a look at I'm going to mark this as the next court exhibit in order, as well as I'm going to seal it for purposes of juror confidentiality.
as this RICO trial is having a major issue with its jurors. It is likely going to result in a mistrial, as even DJ Akademiks himself would go and report members of the jury were shown on live stream, and people believe this is why the judge called the attorneys to his chambers for a potential mistrial. As reports would then come out from No Jumper, fans are already identifying jury members on Young Thug's trial after the courtroom camera accidentally revealed their faces. As a commenter would say, "I know that guy with the glasses on, that's Dante Wilson, he is on the jury," as Dante Wilson would then have to be excused from the Young Thug trial due to safety concerns, as well as the one juror that's in the hospital. Losing 2 jury members in just 1 week is not a good look for this trial, as that's not the only reason mistrial talks has risen, as the prosecutors that are against Young Thug are also just making themselves look bad, as on the first day of trial, the judge even had to ask the prosecutor to stay out of his business.
Is there anything else at this point in time?
Your Honor, did juror number 39...
Yo, would you stay out of my business, Miss Love?
Oh, well.
Stay out of my business.
Judge,
Look,
I'm sorry.
I've been doing this a long time. Yes, I have, yes. And if you really must know, she's going to reschedule her appointment to the week of the King holiday. You happy? No, you're not happy. But anyways, that's the explanation you're going to get. I'm on top of it. Okay. All right. Yes, Mr. Sharp.
As further proving how bad the prosecutors are, it would also be announced judge in the Young Thug trial isn't happy with the state because they never turned in all of the slides they planned on using in their opening statement.
Is there anything else you're going to use in opening you haven't shown to defense counsel? He's telling us. Well, I said that. I told you to do that a week ago. Because here's what I told you was going to happen. I've got a jury that's out right now that's being interrupted. And Mr. Williams, you should have made your motion or should have told me about that an hour ago or when you found out about it. Not hijack me at the bench about that. You did what you had to do, but I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about any of this. Because this is stuff we could take care of before our jury comes in. And that makes you all, lessen your ability as advocates and lessen our ability for this jury to go ahead and get this case seamlessly. This is what I told you all was going to happen. So,
as the funny part is, in the start of that clip, the judge said that he already told the prosecutors to have all of the evidence ready, which is true, as 1 week before that clip, this is what the judge said to the prosecutors while screaming inside of the courtroom.
Your Honor, we would ask, because we would ask that all of this be reserved for the 16th, because this all came up in September.
I am really annoyed about this, Ms. Hilton. I just am. This is ridiculous. Your witness list has grown by 2/3 since then. And I don't know why. You better have a dang good explanation on the 16th, because if you don't, I'm going to exclude it. Okay. But right now, I'm telling you, without anything further, it's gone.
Well, we would like to
exclude a lot more on that date, because this is ridiculous. There is no plausible explanation I've gotten and that would suffice, that we just kind of keep, you keep dripping and drabbing out evidence.
As if you want further proof on how bad the prosecutors truly are at their jobs and how stressful this is all being on the judge would have to make a public statement inside of the courtroom to everyone on the inside that he now needs a service dog to help keep him calm during this trial.
Right here behind me is this bell that starts jingling, all right? And if you hear a jingling sound like a bell, please don't think that I'm doing anything creepy up here, all right? I have a service dog behind me. His name is Jack. I think some of you may have seen him already. He lives the best life ever. He's pampered. He's really, and he is a Labrador Retriever. He's about almost 2.5, 3 years old at this point in time. So, but if you hear that bell, that's him moving around, all right? He doesn't bark. He rarely gets interested in what's going on, so he might come up here and look, but that's about it. All right? don't bring him any food either, okay? All right? He is spoiled rotten. So please don't try and throw any food back here behind me or anything like that. He doesn't need anything else, okay? But if you hear that bell, hear that sound.
As this all happened right after the prosecutor brought their first witness to the stand, as the own prosecutor, who has been doing law work for over 15 years, had an extremely hard time even asking a simple question to their own witness they brought onto the stand.
As it relates to a musical artist's words, is there any crime in saying words?
There are certainly potentially crimes in spoken words.
All right. Now, I'm not talking about crimes being described in words. I'm speaking of, is there a crime to speak the words?
As a generality, no. Outside of...
Your Honor, that was the answer to the question. And...
So it's non-responsive, is that what you're saying? Okay, I sustain this as non-responsive.
Have you ever sought to arrest anyone for speaking words in a song?
No, ma'am.
As it would be this moment where Young Thug's lawyers knew that if they want to have Young Thug released, they need to go to work, which is exactly what they did. Young Thug's lawyer would go up and basically explain what Young Thug truly stands for, being his rap name.
That was not what Thug meant to Jeffrey. Thug meant and means to Jeffrey something very personal. It was his pact that if he could ever make it as a musical artist and help his family, himself, and as many others out of this endless cycle of hopelessness, he would be truly humble under God. That's what Thug means.
And not only that, he would also reveal to the jury what exactly his music stands for, as he would go on to explain what the song Pushing P means.
That is a P. Jeffrey's fingers are down. And what you'll learn is that Jeffrey just released with Sergio Kitchens, performer known as Gunna, a song that is wildly popular. It's around the globe. It's called Pushing P. And it's positivity. It means any circumstance you're in, if you think positively about something, you can make it through. You're pushing positivity. You're pushing P. Jeffrey is showing the P.
This was such a good look for Young Thug inside of the courtroom that his own girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, would then go onto a podcast basically explaining what they're going to be doing once Young Thug gets released and how confident she is that he will be out.
Do you think that marriage is the next step for you, Young Thug?
I mean, when he gets out of jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think either of us want a jail wedding. Yeah, but I feel like he definitely wants to be married, and I feel like I do too.
Do you ever imagine life outside once he's out?
For sure. We talk about it all day. Okay. All day long. I mean, I feel like being imaginative can help every human being on earth not lose your mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, it is like a little slight state of delusion.